Bank of Canada cuts 25 basis points. Yeah, 0.25% cut at the Bank of Canada. Way to go, Tiff! Hey, Tiff, my old man there. He must be happy. Like, he must be, you can imagine he walks into that, sits down at that conference table and gives the live announcement. And yeah, I'm a hero. Yes, I am a hero today. I am a hero to all Canadian mortgage holders with variable rates. Yeah, okay, look. Good news. Bank of Canada cuts. And, there's a bunch of people who say, no, it's not good news. It's not good news. We want the rates to go up. We want to have better GICs. We want to get, if you're a saver and you want to put money in GICs, then every time the Bank of Canada cuts, bad news for you. Your interest rate goes down. Hey, sorry, can't help it. This is what happens when an economy goes into the crapper. The central bank cuts. So it's not like I'm in control of it. So, yeah, and by the way, they will cut again at the next announcement. In October 29th, there'll be another cut. How do I know this? Because there's never one cut. There's never, ever one cut. Go back, search back in the history of all the rate cuts in Canada. Sure, there's raise, and kill inflation, and then cut, then pause, then do nothing, and wait, and oh, look, the economy is in terrible shape now. Okay, well, we got to start cutting again. There's never been just one cut. You make two cuts and you watch, see what happens. Look, I'm perfectly accepting the idea that if the economy gets that bad, there'll be another cut in there'll be more cuts in 26. Like it's not impossible. I believe there'll be two cuts now. There will be today, woohoo, and there will be October 29th. Two cuts in a row. Sit back, watch for a while. Economy's still terrible, getting worse. Well, let's keep cutting, okay? Look, the bank they were at the top of their range. I mean, they can go he could have cut 50 basis points today. Easily could have cut 50 basis points. So if they're at 275, they could go to 225. It's not an issue. It's just in the range that's in their range they're supposed to be in. So it's when they go below 2 that they're engaged in emergency stimulus. That's what it is when you go below the 2% mark. Look, we're going to see a bunch of reporting on this. People are going to say that it was expected, and it was. There's 82% chance of a cut. We're going to have people say, well, I wonder about what's going to happen next. Well, I'm already telling you what's going to happen next. There's going to be another cut. Everybody talks about this thing. Will this finally start to reverse the fall in house prices, particularly in Ontario, to a certain extent British Columbia? Things are slowing down in Calgary too. Will this change everything and really bring the buyers back? Look, the buyers were coming back. I mean, we've seen... First of all, earlier this year, at the beginning of the year, we saw the worst of the worst. Like, it was so slow. Like, it was, realtors were applying to be the greeter at Walmart. I mean, it was just like they had no work. So it's gotten a little better. Instead of 30-year lows, it's 18-year lows, okay, in terms of numbers of sales of real estate. But prices have just kept going down. They've kept going down in British Columbia. They kept going down in Ontario. They're coming a bit off. It's not severe in Calgary. But there's reports of reduced prices like in a number of markets. And will this change all that? Will this suddenly bring back a whole ton of buyers? Like there'll be a new push in the real estate market, and will prices start to go back up? The correct answer to both of those questions is no and hell no, okay? Look, rates went from 5.99 to 3.99 in the course of 18 months, and house prices are continuing to fall. I mean, a 0.25% is not going to change anything. Oh, and people also say, well, Ron, now the fixed rates will go down. The fixed rates, the knowledge of this cut was already locked into the fixed rates 2.5 weeks ago. That's it. That's how this works. They were already locked in. So there's going to be no more cuts to the fixed rates unless the economy does continue to worsen, which it may, worse and maybe at a steeper angle, and then the bond traders will start to think about, well, I think he's going to cut twice, and then I think he's going to have to cut again in the new year. I think it's that bad. And then the fixed rates will come off again in anticipation of further cuts. But yeah, if you've got a variable rate today, and you were at 4.15, you're now at 3.9. If you were at 3.95, you're now at 3.7. And after another cut, you'll be at 3.45. So yeah, for variable rate holders, good news for everybody with a HELOC, everybody with a personal line of credit. HELOC's a home equity line of credit. All good news. Look, I understand that people who are savers are pissed. Like they're saying, God, I used to be getting 5.5 on my GICs, and now I'm down to 3 something. It's going down. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry, but this is just the way it goes. And for everybody with a variable rate mortgage, everybody with a line of credit, they're pleased because it's not easy out there. It's absolutely not easy out there. And this is not going to be a big stimulus to the housing industry. This is just going to allow people to keep their heads above water. That's what it is.